What are the alternatives to foreclosure? A lot of foreclosures exist in today's market because the property values dropped and there's more debt associated with a property than its actual value. If your property is in that situation, it's important to look at it as a business decision and analyze the options and figure out what is the best solution for you. And remember that time is of the essence. The sooner you act, the better off you are. One option is to do nothing. And if you do, then the home will actually end up in foreclosure and you'll end up with a hit on your credit report, which will stay there for 7 to 10 years. This is not the best option. You can request a payoff, either because you have the ability to pay the amount in full, including interest and penalties, maybe a rich uncle or something like that, or you win the lottery, or you actually bring in another loan that can pay all the debt, including interest and penalties and so on, and typically it'll be at a higher rate because of the default, because of the missed penalties and so on. You can reinstate the loan, and what that means is you pay off all the interest, attorney fees, late fees, taxes, and so on, missed payments, and then they can put the loan back, reinstate it, and we're back where we started. And that sometimes happens. It's possible if somebody lost a job and now they found another job, and they can come up with the difference to bring the loan current. Loan modification, this again applies to in certain situations where you can sit down with the mortgage company and refinance the debt and the terms of the loan, and this again is applicable if, for example, you have the means to continue to make the payments on the new plan. So you have to demonstrate your ability to make payments on this new plan, and the bank will require that. Forbearance, what that means is taking all the missed penalties and interest and so on and restructuring the loan payments so that you can start making payments again. In a lot of the cases where you're doing some kind of restructuring, the bank is going to see, well, how can I be assured from the bank's point of view that the borrower now has resolved the situation that caused the problem to start with? But this is definitely one of the options available. A partial claim is when a second loan is taken from the lender. That includes the back payment, costs, and fees, and so on. A deed in lieu of foreclosure is basically giving the property back to the bank instead of the bank foreclosing, and the bank generally would want the property to be maintained, all other liens to be paid off, so that they can take it back. Bankruptcy is an option for some people. You have to speak to a qualified bankruptcy attorney to see if this actually makes sense in your case or not. You don't want to just file for bankruptcy thinking it will resolve the situation. It may or may not be helpful in your case. So approach this one carefully, because bankruptcy will show up on your credit report for 7 to 10 years. So it does apply for certain people, but just make sure you get the right consultation. Obviously, you can sell the house. If it has equity, then sure, sell it and pay off the bank. Even if the property is if you sell it for less than what is owed, what you owe the bank, and you have the ability to pay the difference, you can certainly do that too. Now, if the property is worth if again the property is worth less than the amount of liens against it, then this is where you would consider a short sale, and you have to pick the qualified professional who can act on your behalf to negotiate with the lending institutions. So what qualifies for a short sale? It's basically any time that the property is headed towards foreclosure, because again the debt amount is larger than the value of the property, and typically there's some kind of financial hardship that created this the problem of lack of payments. Now, a borrower may be current and still do a short sale. This applies in certain cases, and the reason we're going through all of these things is just to simply to make you aware that these are some of the options that are available to you, and working with a good real estate agent and or a company negotiating on your behalf will explore all these options and see, okay, what is my, like, these are my options, which one is suitable, like which one do I take, which one makes sense in my situation. And so this is simply ammunition for you to go and pick the right person to work with. So I hope this was helpful, and I wish you the best of luck.